Hello guys, how are you today? Do you like the story about Liora? If yes, and you haven't subscribed or liked my channel yet, please do it. Today I'll tell you the fourth chapter. It's very interesting. Let's go. Chapter 4. The Throne of Silence. The wind stopped. Not just softened, not hushed. Vanished. As Liora stepped deeper into the mountain palace, even the beat of her heart became a ghost. It was as if time itself held its breath. The walls were carved from solid ice, yet they shimmered like glass dipped in starlight. Pillars lined the grand corridor, each one etched with frozen figures, people kneeling, crying, reaching out in desperation, and all turning to frost. Their sorrow hung in the air like perfume. Beside her, Bran walked without sound. His wolf padded silently at their side, ears twitching. Liora wanted to speak, to ask, "Are you okay?" But even her whisper was swallowed before it reached her lips. The ember, tucked safely in her cloak, was barely glowing now. A faint, aching pulse. It felt heavier than before, like a heart trying not to break. She gripped it tightly. Each step forward seemed to pull her away from herself. Her memories dimmed, her name blurred. She felt smaller, thinner, as though the silence were hollowing her out. Until they reached the end. A massive chamber opened like a frozen cathedral, its ceiling lost in frost mist. In the center stood a wide, circular platform of black ice. At its heart, a throne sculpted from silence itself. And on that throne sat the Hollow King. He wore no armor. His robes were tattered, pale gray like fog, trailing off into mist. His crown was jagged, thorned, and frozen to his skull. Where his eyes should be, there were deep hollows, bottomless wells of cold memory. He did not rise. He simply looked at her, and in that gaze she felt everything. Grief, loneliness, the weight of 1,000 winters. A voice entered her mind, not spoken aloud, but pressed into her thoughts like cold fingers on glass. "You have brought the flame to die." Liora stepped forward. The ember warmed slightly. "I've come to light the world again." The Hollow King tilted his head. "Why?" His voice sounded like ice cracking across a lake. "To melt sorrow? To undo pain? Fire cannot bring back the sun. It only burns what remains." Liora raised the ember. "This ember remembers joy, laughter, love, and loss," the king answered. "You will lose too. Everything. Would you not rather forget? Silence is kinder." Suddenly the throne chamber vanished. She stood alone, in a world of endless snow. Bran was gone. The wolf, gone. Her satchel lay in the snow, open and empty. She walked for what felt like hours. No sound, no wind, just white. Then ahead, a figure. It was herself, sitting upon the throne once more, face blank, hands still, and behind her stretched a kingdom of stillness. No children, no trees, no birds, just peace. "Stay," the Hollow King whispered. "I will give you peace. No more fear, no more hurt." Liora fell to her knees. She was tired, so tired. Her hands ached, her memories hurt. Why fight when the snow would always return? But then she heard something, the faintest sound, like a paw crunching fresh snow. Bran's wolf. And then a single note, a whistle, faint, cracked, but real. Bran was calling her back. She gripped the ember with both hands and screamed, not with her voice, but with her soul. "I choose warmth. I choose memory. I choose pain, if it means I can feel love too." The vision shattered. The throne room roared back into being. The Hollow King stood, for the first time, his robes flowing like smoke. He raised a hand, and the chamber began to crack. Frost split across the walls. The ceiling moaned. The silence shrieked. Bran reached her, sliding across the ice, grabbing her hand. The ember burst into brilliant light. A ring of fire swirled around them, melting the floor beneath their feet. The Hollow King stepped back, shielding his eyes. But he did not scream. He simply whispered, "So you will be the last." The palace began to collapse. Ice shattered like glass as Liora and Bran ran, hand in hand, down the corridor they came from. Behind them, pillars toppled. Statues fell. The wind returned with a roar, howling like a freed beast. They dove through the arch just as the throne room exploded in a column of steam and flame. The mountain wept snow into the air, mourning the silence that had ruled for so long. And as they stood at the edge of the cliff, gasping, the ember pulsed stronger than ever in Leora's hand. But the battle was not over. Did you enjoy the story? The next one will be the final chapter, so don't forget to watch it. Bye-bye!